This new year is the year you stop waiting, the year you do a full 360 reinvention on who you are, not to impress anyone, but to finally step into the unforgettable, amazing life you know you're meant to live. Friend, we are not sitting back anymore. We are not waiting for clarity, permission, or perfect timing. We are going all out in creating the life that we want and deserve. First of all, Happy New Year. I'm blessing you with health, love, wealth, joy, deep fulfillment, and so many wins this year. Today, we are kicking off this new year with a complete guide to leveling up and reinventing your life. This video includes 3 steps that end with a clear action step because, as you've heard me say before, transformation doesn't happen by watching, it happens by doing. And my motto for this year is do it scared, do it imperfect. So let's get into it. Step one, it's about facing your past self because looking back is essential to moving forward. We're starting with an uncomfortable truth because real growth requires honesty. To tackle this new year, you have to face the version of yourself who didn't reach her goals this past year. And that can feel disappointing. It can feel like you let yourself down. But this isn't about shame, it's about awareness. Steve Jobs said it best. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. And this is especially true in midlife. When we look back, not with regret, but with reflection, we begin to see patterns, strengths, resilience, and moments where we showed up even when it was hard. Every challenge you survived, every boundary you learned to set, every season you outgrew, those are dots and they matter. Also, it is imperative that we look back at our wins and our accomplishments. This isn't about living in the past. It's about anchoring your confidence. Psychology shows that reflecting on past successes activates the brain's reward system, increasing dopamine, the same neurotransmitters linked to motivation, confidence, and forward momentum. In other words, when you consciously acknowledge what you've already done, your brain becomes more willing to believe in what is possible next. And research in positive psychology calls this self efficacy, the belief that if I've done hard things before, I can do them again and again. Your past self becomes proof, and that's proof that you're capable, proof that you're resilient, and most importantly, proof that you don't start from zero. You're starting from experience. So instead of asking, why didn't I do more? Try asking, what did that season teach me? Because those lessons, big or small, become anchors that stabilize you when doubt shows up and fuel your future actions with clarity and confidence. Midlife isn't about erasing your past, it's about integrating it. And that's how the dots begin to connect. So I invite you to look back at the past year. Write down every reason you didn't follow through on your goals. Be honest, no excuses and no judgment. Remember, this is about awareness. Step two is about releasing the old version of you. Reinventing your life in this season requires something powerful. It requires letting go of who you used to be, the old version of you in areas that are not supporting your future self. You cannot expand while gripping to an old identity. The moment that you release outdated thoughts, habits, beliefs, and environment, you stop repeating the past and you start moving forward with intention. There will be moments when you or the people around you bring up old stories, past mistakes, who you used to be, When that happens, gently and firmly remind yourself and others that you are no longer living there. Your future self does not need permission from the past. Growth often asks the people around you to adjust, and sometimes they won't understand your vision right away. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means you're evolving. And in midlife, choosing yourself, your peace, your purpose, and your next season is not selfish. It's faithful. I encourage you to take the list that you wrote in step one, read it one last time without judgment, then rip it up or safely burn it. This isn't about erasing your past. It's about honoring who you are and choosing not to live there anymore. This simple physical act sends a powerful signal to your nervous system and your subconscious. I am done surviving as her. I am ready to move forward as the woman that I'm becoming. Step three, it's all about defining the new identity. This is where your next chapter truly begins. Your new identity isn't a list of goals. It's the habits, the behaviors, and the traits that will support the life that you want to sustain, not just start. Anyone can write down what they want, but real reinvention happens when you ask yourself, who do I need to be to hold this life long term? If your desire is a fit, energized body, your identity might be someone who tries new forms of movement, joins classes or communities, puts herself in environments or creates the environment that supports her health. Reinvention means choosing things your old self avoided, not because you're broken, but because you've grown. And this year, we are celebrating every small win. Waking up and choosing yourself, making your bed, posting the content, showing up when doubt or fear is present. These moments are not small. They are evidence that your identity is shifting. To support this step, write down 5 qualities you are consciously stepping into in this new season of your life. Not what you're chasing, but who you are choosing to become. Then revisit your goals or desires. Rewrite or define them so they align with who you are becoming, not who you used to be. Because when identity leads, outcomes flow. This season of your life isn't about starting over, it's about finally starting aligned. Let me remind you, you're not behind. You're not broken, and you don't need to become someone new. You need to release what no longer fits and fully step into who you are already are becoming. Midlife is the moment when clarity meets courage, where you stop negotiating with old habits and start choosing yourself, your energy, your peace, your purpose. So don't rush this. Honor the process. Commit to the small daily choices that reinforce your new identity. Because when you change who you show up as, everything else follows. And this year, this is the year you rise differently. I hope this message spoke to your heart. Hit like, subscribe, and share it with another woman in midlife who's ready to take her life to the next level. Because this channel is where we come together to inspire, empower, and lift each other up as we navigate midlife and prepare to enter the new year feeling empowered, focused, and free. Friend, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for walking this journey with me. I'm truly excited to continue growing with this amazing community and to see what the future holds for us. I appreciate you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.